Chosen one, have you ever felt like your prayers are echoing into the void, like you're ready for your breakthrough, but the heavens remain silent? That restless feeling, that yearning for now, is a familiar struggle, isn't it? Today we're going to unravel the mystery behind God's timing, why it often feels so difficult, and how surrendering to His rhythm unlocks miracles you can't even imagine. Before we go further, let's align your spirit to receive this message. Hit the like button to affirm your trust in God's plan. Subscribe to deepen your connection to these divine truths. Leave a comment with the number 888, a symbol of infinite blessings, signaling your readiness to embrace God's perfect timing. Why does waiting feel so unbearable? It's often because our human minds are wired for immediate gratification. We see the potential, we feel the need, and we want it now. But divine timing is not our timing. God operates on a different clock, one that aligns with your soul's evolution and the grand design of the universe. Think of a seed. You plant it, and it doesn't bloom instantly. It needs time in the dark soil, hidden from view, to develop strong roots before it bursts forth into its full potential. Your life is no different. The delays, the detours, the apparent silence are often preparing you, strengthening you, deepening your understanding for the greater blessings that await. Let's delve deeper into this concept. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, unknown ocean. You have a boat, sturdy and well-built, and you long to explore the depths, to discover hidden treasures. But the waves are turbulent, the winds are fierce, and the currents are unpredictable. Would you immediately set sail, driven by your desire and impatient to reach your destination? Or would you wisely wait for the storm to subside, for the winds to soften, and for the currents to become favorable? Divine timing is like waiting for the perfect sea conditions. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows the best time for you to launch your boat, the optimal moment for your journey to begin, so you arrive at your desired destination, safe, stronger, and with a heart full of gratitude. He doesn't withhold your journey, He protects it, ensuring that you're equipped with the tools, wisdom, and strength to navigate whatever lies ahead. Consider the intricate tapestry of life, woven with threads of joy, sorrow, challenge, and triumph. Each thread is essential. Each color adds depth and richness to the whole design. If even one thread is pulled out of place, the entire pattern can be disrupted. Likewise, if blessings were given prematurely, they could potentially undermine the very growth and wisdom necessary to truly appreciate them. Perhaps a promotion you long for right now would bring with it responsibilities that you aren't yet fully equipped to handle. Maybe a relationship you're yearning for would arrive before you've developed the necessary self-love and understanding needed for true partnership. God sees the intricate design. He understands how each individual thread interconnects, creating a seamless masterpiece. He understands that perfect timing ensures that each element is in its proper place, so the blessings can be received and utilized for maximum good. The delays that feel like a denial are often just the universe's way of fine-tuning the masterpiece of our lives. Imagine a potter working with clay. They don't rush the process. They patiently mold, shape, and refine the clay, knowing that each gentle touch, each moment of stillness is critical to the final masterpiece. The kiln, where the clay is fired, is the crucible of transformation. And while the process may seem long and arduous, the resulting vessel is made stronger, more resilient, and far more beautiful. Similarly, God uses the waiting periods of our lives to mold us into the best versions of ourselves. He uses the times that feel slow and quiet to build up our inner strength and prepare us for the amazing work that lies ahead. In those quiet moments, the seeds of transformation are planted, When we allow the waiting period to develop our roots, our resilience, and our wisdom, we become stronger and are able to flourish and bloom. The divine timing isn't about withholding good, it's about developing the good in us so it can flourish. Just as the seasons follow a specific rhythm, the timing of our lives is also synchronized with a higher order. The winter's chill is essential for the spring's rebirth. The quiet of night is essential for the activity of day. Every season has its purpose, and every experience serves a vital role in the tapestry of our journey. Our impatience for growth and change can disrupt this natural rhythm. If we try to force a bud open before its time, it won't bloom fully, it could even die. God's timing is aligned with the natural ebb and flow of life. It is in harmony with all of creation. When we accept this timing, we can navigate the currents of life with grace and serenity, knowing that He holds the rhythm of our journey, orchestrating everything for our ultimate growth and well-being. We need to learn that the waiting is not wasted. It's in these moments of apparent stillness that we gain clarity, deepen our faith, refine our character, and understand ourselves on a deeper level. The waiting is the training ground for your next level of abundance, your next big calling, and your next spiritual expansion. In this silence, we discover the strength within. The waiting periods are not empty spaces on the canvas of our lives. They are the very colors and textures that bring depth and richness to the masterpiece. Embrace the waiting and understand that you are not alone in this process, that God is always present, working behind the scenes, preparing you for the miracles that await. The divine is not withholding blessings. It is developing the vessel so it is strong enough to hold them. Embracing God's timing is not about passively waiting. It's about active faith. It's about trusting in the wisdom that transcends your own, knowing that God sees the big picture you cannot. It's about growing in patience, developing unwavering resilience, and recognizing the blessings hidden within the waiting. It's in these moments of quiet, seemingly inactivity, where we learn to listen to the gentle whispers of guidance, fine-tuning our inner compass, strengthening our faith, and preparing our hearts to receive the fullness of God's plan. Active faith is not a stagnant pool, but a flowing river, constantly moving towards the ocean of divine purpose. It requires engaging our will, aligning our thoughts and actions with our highest aspirations, and participating wholeheartedly in the process of unfolding our destiny. It's not simply about sitting back and waiting for miracles to appear. It's about nurturing the seeds of faith we have within us, tending to our inner gardens, and actively seeking God's presence in our daily lives. Imagine you are a sculptor with a large block of marble. You have an image in mind, a vision of the finished product, but you don't yet know how each tool will be used or where each precise chisel mark must fall to achieve this end. You trust in your skill, your vision, and the quality of the marble. But more than that, you trust that the process itself will reveal the full beauty that lies within the raw stone. This is how active faith works. We trust that God is the master sculptor, and that we, like the marble, are being shaped into our highest potential through His divine guidance. Each difficulty, every challenge, every moment of waiting is like the sculptor's chisel, gently chipping away at our rough edges, revealing the divine beauty we hold within. To have active faith during our waiting periods, we must cultivate patience. Patience isn't just about passively enduring delays. It is about cultivating a state of mind that is calm, accepting, and trusting, even in the face of uncertainty. It's about surrendering the need to control the timing and trusting in the divine plan, knowing that God has a perfect order to all things. Think of a mountain climber on a long and arduous trek to the summit. They don't reach their goal in one single step. They patiently navigate the obstacles, embrace the challenges, and endure the discomfort, knowing that the view from the top is worth the climb. It's the same with the waiting. The waiting period as frustrating as it may seem, is an opportunity for us to cultivate patience. Each delay, every hurdle, every period of waiting serves to strengthen our perseverance and expand our capacity to gracefully navigate the obstacles that come our way. Resilience is another critical aspect of active faith. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, and unexpected detours, especially during waiting periods. Resiliency is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn from our mistakes, and to maintain faith and hope even when things seem bleak. It's the inner strength that empowers us to keep moving forward, knowing that every experience is teaching us and preparing us for the next chapter of our lives. Imagine a tree that stands firm even in the face of powerful storms, its roots deeply anchored in the earth. This is the power of resilience. We must also plant our roots deep within the ground of faith, drawing strength from our connection with God. Embrace the waiting process, not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to cultivate the resilience that will carry you through every storm. During periods of waiting and silence, we also develop our ability to hear the gentle whispers of guidance. In our noisy, fast-paced world, it's easy to be distracted by external pressures and demands. Yet, it's often in the quiet moments, when we are still and receptive, that we can truly hear the inner wisdom guiding us. Think of a finely tuned musical instrument. Before it can produce beautiful music, it must be carefully tuned, each string resonating in harmony with the others. Our hearts are much the same. In those times of quiet, we allow our hearts to be tuned to God's will. It's in the quietness that we refine our sensitivity to spiritual guidance. The waiting period is not a void, it's an opportunity to cultivate our inner listening so we can attune our hearts to the divine symphony. When you learn to embrace active faith, you'll begin to recognize that hidden blessings are woven throughout every period of waiting. The challenges we face teach us strength, resilience, and the value of perseverance. The delays make us appreciate the divine timing and increase our gratitude for the blessings. The quiet moments allow us to connect with the divine within and without, helping us cultivate our inner wisdom. The times when it feels like we are not progressing or when our prayers seem to go unanswered are often when we are growing the most. We are developing the inner strength needed for the blessings that await. The waiting period isn't wasted. It is one of the most valuable aspects of the process. Embrace active faith, be patient, resilient, and open your ears to the whispers of guidance. In each moment of waiting, see it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to prepare for the miracles God has in store. It's in these moments where we actively engage our faith that we learn how to receive God's blessings with gratitude, grace, and an open heart. So, how do we navigate this dance between our human desire for instant results and the divine timeline? First, release the need to control the outcome. Surrender your worries, fears, and frustrations to God, trusting that He is working all things together for your good. Second, focus on the present moment. Cultivate joy, gratitude, and peace in the here and now. Embrace the lessons each day holds, even when it feels like you're not progressing. Lastly, never stop praying, never stop believing, and never stop growing. Know that God's timing isn't about withholding, it's about perfecting. It's about giving you what you need at exactly the right moment. The struggle between wanting instant gratification and surrendering to divine timing is a universal experience. Our human nature often yearns for immediate results, but spiritual growth comes from letting go of our need to control. This is where the practice of surrender becomes essential. It's not about giving up. It's about consciously choosing to release the burden of our fears and anxieties to a higher power, trusting in the wisdom and plan God has set for our lives. Imagine a river flowing towards the ocean. It may encounter obstacles along the way, rocks, branches, dams, but it doesn't become fixated on these obstructions. It flows, adapts, and continues its journey, trusting that it will eventually reach its destination. Surrendering our worries, fears, and frustrations is like allowing ourselves to flow like the river. When we release the need to control, we open ourselves to the flow of grace, trusting that God will guide us through the obstacles and lead us to where we need to be. When we grasp tightly onto our anxieties and worries, we create a blockage that prevents us from fully receiving all that God has for us. Like a clenched fist, it can't receive blessings. It can only hold on tightly to negativity. Surrender is opening your heart and hands so you are free to accept everything that God wants to give you. The practice of surrender involves a shift in perspective. It's about shifting our focus from our own limitations to the unlimited potential of the divine. This doesn't mean we become passive. It means we become active participants in our destiny, but with a faith that acknowledges that God's plan is infinitely wiser and greater than our own. When you practice surrender, you let go of the anxiety and the how and when, and instead place all that in God's hands, allowing Him to work the miracle. While we wait for God's perfect timing, we must actively engage in the present moment. Our obsession with the future and the what-ifs often causes us to miss the beauty and blessings within the now. Each moment is a gift, and it contains unique opportunities for learning, growth, and joy. Focusing on the present allows us to appreciate the blessings we already have and to find contentment in the journey rather than just the destination. Imagine you are holding a beautiful flower in your hand. If you're consumed with thoughts of when the flower will bloom further or worrying about when it might wilt, you'll miss the joy of holding it and experiencing the fragrance. By truly focusing on the now, you'll be able to appreciate the petals and the colors. The same is true with life. If we are not present and aware, we might miss the beauty, joy, and wisdom in the moment. Cultivating joy in the present is a powerful antidote to anxiety and restlessness. It's about consciously choosing to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. It means finding joy in simple things like the beauty of nature, the laughter of children, or the connection with loved ones. Gratitude is another vital component of embracing the present moment. When we take time to appreciate the blessings we already have, we fill our hearts with positive energy and make space for more good to flow into our lives. Even during moments of challenge, we can find blessings in the lessons we're learning and the strength we are developing. When we're grateful, we become more receptive to the miracles God is orchestrating in our lives. Peace is the final component. When we center our awareness in the present, we create space to experience an inner peace that transcends circumstances. We stop dwelling in the past or worrying about the future. Instead, we rest in the knowing that God is always with us, guiding us on our path and protecting us through every experience. It is in this peace that we find the strength to face any challenge, secure in the knowledge that He will always provide. To navigate the space between our desires and divine timing, it's also essential to never stop praying, never stop believing, and never stop growing. Prayer is the channel through which we communicate our desires, hopes, and dreams with God. It's our direct line to the divine. Through prayer, we align our will with His, deepening our connection with the divine and opening ourselves to receive His guidance and blessings. It's also through prayer that we are able to release the anxiety and frustration of waiting. Belief is the unwavering confidence in God's plan for your life. It's the internal knowing that even when the path ahead is unclear, that all things are working together for your good. It's not a blind faith. Rather, it is the deep internal understanding that God's wisdom and love are always working in your best interest. It's the bedrock on which every miracle is built. Lastly, never stop growing. Even when it feels like you're not progressing externally, make sure you are always progressing internally. Seek new knowledge, new skills, and deepen your understanding of yourself and the divine. Each experience, every lesson, and every moment of growth is preparing you for the miracles that are about to come. Always be open to change, and always be willing to challenge your current understanding of the world. God's timing isn't about withholding, it's about perfecting you so you can fully receive and appreciate the blessings. The periods of waiting are the crucial times when we learn the lessons and develop the qualities we'll need for the next level of our journeys. It's like baking a cake. You can't rush the process. It takes patience, precision, and the right ingredients. The waiting isn't wasted. It's the crucial time where all the ingredients come together and the cake is baked to perfection. In the same way, God works with us, preparing us for the moment of perfection. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Focus on the present moment. Cultivate joy, gratitude, and peace. Never stop praying, believing, or growing. And always remember that God's timing is not a delay, but the very perfection you are striving. For chosen one, the breakthrough you've been praying for isn't delayed. It's being perfectly prepared. The moment you truly align with God's timing, you'll witness miracles unfold that you never thought possible. Let go of the urgency, embrace the present moment, and allow His perfect plan to manifest in your life. This is your call to step fully into the greatness you were destined for. Now go out and live every day knowing that God has your back, that every moment, every challenge, every blessing is part of His perfect design for you. Walk in faith and watch as your life transforms into a masterpiece. The idea that your breakthrough isn't delayed, but rather being perfectly prepared, is transformative. When you truly embrace the truth that God's timing is about perfect preparation, not simply about delayed gratification, you begin to view the waiting periods with a new perspective. You recognize them not as frustrating barriers to your progress, but as sacred opportunities for growth, refinement, and alignment. The feeling of being delayed often arises from a perspective rooted in our limited human understanding. We focus on what we want, when we want it, and this blinds us to the divine orchestration that's always happening in our lives. It's like looking at the backside of a tapestry and seeing only a chaotic array of knots and threads, while missing the intricate design on the front. God sees the entire masterpiece, and each thread, each color, each moment of waiting is essential to the final design. When we truly align with God's timing, we move from a space of anxiety and impatience to a place of peace and trust. We understand that each moment, each delay, each challenge is an essential part of the journey, and that each experience is helping us to grow into the best version of ourselves. Think of a ship setting sail on a long voyage. Before the journey begins, the ship must be properly equipped, the crew well-trained, and the conditions must be ideal. If the ship sets sail before it is prepared, it risks disaster. In the same way, God waits for the perfect moment to release the miracles into our lives. He ensures we have the necessary skills, wisdom, and resilience to receive and manage these blessings. He ensures we are properly prepared so we can truly appreciate all He is providing. The breakthrough isn't just about the end result. It's about all the preparation needed for it to bloom into its full potential. The process of aligning with God's timing also calls us to release the need for urgency. In our fast-paced world, we are often pressured to achieve immediate results, leaving us feeling restless and frustrated when things don't happen on our timelines. When we embrace God's perfect timing, we learn to release the urgency, to slow down, and to appreciate the journey itself. It is about recognizing that our lives unfold in a divine rhythm, and that our role is to cooperate with that rhythm, not to fight against it. Instead of focusing on when a blessing will manifest, we focus on being present, grateful, and receptive to God's guidance in each moment. Think of a seed that is planted deep in the earth. It doesn't burst forth into a flower overnight. It patiently waits in the darkness, quietly absorbing the nutrients it needs and developing a root system before it emerges into the light. This period of waiting is essential for the plant to flourish. In the same way, we must allow God to work in us, to nourish our souls, to build our strength, and to develop our inner wisdom. When we embrace His perfect timing, we create the space for God's plan to manifest fully. The miracle unfolds when our souls are aligned with our deepest purpose and when our hearts are aligned with God's divine rhythm. Now is the time to accept your divine purpose, to understand you were born with a unique destiny, and to release all that prevents you from stepping fully into that greatness. You have been given unique gifts and talents which are meant to be used for the highest good. Your journey may have had its difficulties and detours, but you must know these challenges were not random. They were crucial experiences to help develop the wisdom, skills, and understanding you will need for the amazing things that are about to come to you. Now is the time to let go of any self-doubt, any insecurities, and any limiting beliefs that may hold you back from your true potential. When you truly embrace God's timing, you recognize that the journey is just as valuable as the destination. Every moment, every challenge, every blessing is a vital part of your perfect design. Walk with faith, knowing that God has your back and that His love and guidance surround you. The masterpiece of your life is not complete. It is always in progress, always evolving, always becoming more beautiful. Let the waiting periods transform you. Be patient with your soul's growth and step forward, knowing that you are a vessel of light, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the amazing power of divine timing. Go out into the world, embrace your unique journey, and allow your life to become a masterpiece that inspires the world. You know, it's funny how we humans are sometimes. We see a goal, we have a vision, a dream, a burning desire, and we want it yesterday. We get so caught up in the now that we completely miss all the magic and the beauty that's happening right in front of us. We forget that the universe, or God, or whatever higher power you believe in, has a rhythm, a divine timing that's perfectly orchestrated for each of us. It's like a symphony. Every instrument, every note, every pause is necessary for the masterpiece to be complete. And your life, your journey, that's a symphony too, a beautiful one at that. When we rush, we risk disrupting the harmony. We miss the subtle cues, the gentle whispers of guidance, the lessons embedded within the apparent delays. It's like trying to force a flower to bloom before its time. It might open, but it won't be as vibrant, as strong, as beautiful as it would be if it was allowed to blossom naturally in its own time. So what do we do when we're sitting in the waiting room of life? When we're yearning for something with every fiber of our being, but it feels like nothing's happening? Do we just sit there twiddling our thumbs and getting more and more frustrated? Absolutely not. It's in these moments, the ones that feel like silence, when the true magic happens. It's when we build strength, we gain wisdom, and deepen our connection with the divine. Think about the most precious things in life. A fine wine, a perfectly aged cheese, a piece of art. These things aren't rushed. They require time, care, and the right environment to develop their full potential. And so do you. Your soul, your dreams, your destiny, they're all being perfectly crafted and shaped by the divine. Sometimes the waiting periods feel like we're going through a tunnel where we can't see the light at the end. We question, we doubt, and it feels like we're walking in the dark. But it's in those tunnels that we develop an inner strength, a resilience that can withstand any storm. It's when we really learn to trust our intuition, our faith, and the unwavering support of God. And when we emerge from the other side, we are stronger, wiser, and so much more grateful. Imagine you're a gardener. You plant a seed in the ground, and you tend to it with love and care. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you make sure it's in fertile soil. But you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing, right? You trust in the process. You know that there's a miracle happening beneath the surface, even if you can't see it. And your life is just like that garden. You plant the seeds of your dreams, you nurture them with faith and positive action, and you trust that they will blossom in divine timing. It's about surrendering the need to control and opening yourself to the divine orchestration that is always unfolding in your life. You see, divine timing isn't about withholding or punishing you. It's about perfecting you so you can receive all the incredible blessings God has in store. It's like a child learning to ride a bike. It takes practice. It takes falling down. A few times, it takes developing a sense of balance. But once the child has mastered it, they are able to enjoy the freedom and joy of riding the bike. In the same way, our waiting periods prepare us, build our capacity, and make us stronger. So when the time is right, we can receive the blessings with open hearts and gratitude. God isn't just giving you what you want, He's giving you what you need at exactly the right moment. Let's think about it. What if you got the promotion right now? Would you be ready for the new responsibilities? What if you met the love of your life today? Would you have done all the inner work necessary to create a happy and healthy relationship? God knows when you are truly ready. He sees the bigger picture. It's a bit like a conductor leading an orchestra. He understands all the instruments, the different melodies, and the harmonies, and he orchestrates them at exactly the right moment to create a beautiful symphony. God is our divine conductor, and He is orchestrating every detail of our lives to create a beautiful masterpiece. So, if you're feeling restless or impatient today, take a deep breath and remember that you are in divine timing. Trust in the process, trust in your own resilience. Trust that God is working behind the scenes in ways that you cannot yet imagine. Embrace the waiting period, not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to prepare for the incredible blessings that await you. It's time to release the need to control the when and how, and fully embrace the beautiful dance of divine timing. It's about truly believing that the best is yet to come and allowing God to guide your steps every single day. And when you do, you will be amazed at the miracles that start to unfold. You'll begin to understand why the waiting was necessary, and you'll be overcome with a deep sense of gratitude for the perfect plan that is unfolding in your life. We are all on a journey, and we are all being divinely guided to our greatest destinies. And the waiting, that's all part of the magic. It's all part of the unfolding masterpiece. Don't you think that's absolutely beautiful? It really is. I want you to remember this on your journey. You are not alone. You are deeply loved, and you are being guided every single step of the way. So have faith, stay present, and allow the divine timing to orchestrate the incredible masterpiece of your life. You have been designed for greatness, and your breakthrough is not delayed. It is being perfectly prepared. Now go out there and shine your light, knowing that you are truly blessed. When we talk about divine timing, it's not some mystical concept that's out of our reach. It's actually something that's deeply personal and incredibly relatable. Think of a time when you were waiting for something, anything, and it felt like it was taking forever. You were checking your phone every 5 minutes, you were replaying conversations in your head. You were basically in a constant state of, when will this happen? And then finally, it did. And in that moment you had a feeling of, oh, this makes sense. It all came together at the right time. That, my friend, is a glimpse into how divine timing operates. It's not about some cosmic clock ticking away. It's about the perfect alignment of circumstances, of people, and of opportunities that come together at the exact moment when you're ready to receive them. It's like a perfectly synchronized dance, every step, every turn, every movement flowing in harmony to create something truly breathtaking. It's the invisible choreography of life, orchestrated by a divine hand. So instead of feeling frustrated, During the waiting periods, we can try to reframe our mindset. We can look at it as a time of preparation, a time of refining, a time of growth. It's like being in the chrysalis before emerging as a butterfly. The caterpillar doesn't just immediately become a butterfly. There is a period of transformation that takes place in the stillness of the cocoon, and it's in that stillness that it develops into its full potential. You see, these periods of waiting aren't empty spaces in our lives. They are filled with potential, with opportunities for transformation, and with the lessons we need to learn to get to our next level. When you start to see waiting as a gift rather than a curse, it changes everything. It frees you from the constant anxiety and frustration, and it allows you to step into a space of faith, trust, and acceptance. It's like being on a long road trip. You don't just focus on getting to the destination, you also enjoy the scenery along the way, the small towns you pass through, and the conversations with the people in your car. The journey itself is filled with gifts, and the same is true with life. When we can be present in each moment and appreciate everything that's happening, we'll begin to experience more joy, more gratitude, and a greater sense of peace. I'd like to think of divine timing as a perfect puzzle. Every single piece, every event, every relationship, every opportunity, they all fit together to create this beautiful masterpiece that is our lives. Sometimes we only see one piece at a time, and we don't understand how it all fits together. But God, our divine designer, He has the whole picture. He sees the complete puzzle, and He knows exactly where each piece needs to go. And it's in that knowing that we can truly trust in His perfect timing. It's such a relief when we release the need to control everything. It's like finally taking off a backpack that you've been carrying for a long time and realizing how much lighter you feel. You're then able to freely walk along your path without feeling weighed down by anxiety. And it's so incredibly freeing. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about giving in to the divine plan and understanding that the timing of your life is so much bigger than anything you could have ever imagined. It's about allowing yourself to be guided by something greater than yourself, and truly believing that everything will unfold perfectly in divine time. Now, I know it can be hard sometimes, especially when you have a strong desire or a burning ambition. You might find yourself getting impatient, wondering when it's all going to come together, and that's okay. Those feelings are part of the human experience. But in those moments, remember to take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust in the divine timing, trust in your own resilience, and know that everything is working out for your highest good. It's like planting a beautiful garden. You don't just throw the seeds on the ground and expect it to instantly bloom into a colorful display. You carefully prepare the soil, you nurture the seeds, and you tend to the garden with love. You know that some plants will grow faster than others, and that all the plants will blossom at the perfect time. And the same is true with your life. You are planting the seeds of your dreams. You are nurturing them with positive energy and unwavering faith, and you can trust that they will blossom perfectly in divine time. The waiting periods are like the secret ingredients that make every masterpiece so unique. It's in the stillness, in the silence, in the apparent delays that you develop strength, you refine your character, and you deepen your connection with God. Don't see the waiting as a waste of time. See it as a divine opportunity to grow and to prepare for everything that is about to come to you. You are so much stronger than you think you are, and you are so much more loved than you can possibly imagine. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it is being perfectly prepared. So, go out there and shine your light, knowing that everything is working out perfectly in divine time. And don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. The waiting isn't wasted. It's the most beautiful part of your unique story. Have you ever watched a sunrise? It doesn't happen all at once. There's a gradual shift from darkness to light, a slow unfolding of colors that paint the sky with breathtaking beauty. And that's a perfect metaphor for divine timing. It's not about instant gratification, it's about the gradual unfolding of events that leads to the perfect outcome. When we understand this, it can completely change how we perceive the waiting periods in our lives. Instead of seeing them as obstacles or delays, we begin to see them as essential parts of the journey, moments that are filled with potential for growth, for wisdom, and for a deeper connection with the divine. You know, we humans often get caught up in the doing that we forget about the being. We're constantly striving for more, for better, for faster, and we forget to appreciate the beauty and the magic of the present moment. But it's in those moments of stillness, the ones that often feel like waiting, when we really start to connect with our true selves. It's when we learn to listen to the gentle whispers of our intuition. It's when we deepen our faith. And it's when we become more receptive to the divine plan that is unfolding in our lives. It's like when you're listening to a beautiful piece of music. The notes are important, but so are the pauses, the moments of silence between the notes. It's those silences that create the rhythm, the depth, and the emotion of the music. And it's the same with our lives. The waiting periods are like the silent notes that create the unique melody of our souls. It's not about filling every moment with constant activity. It's about embracing the quiet moments, the periods of reflection, and the space for growth. That's how we build the strong roots that we need to flourish. Sometimes, the waiting feels like we're stuck in a traffic jam, and everything is moving at a snail's pace. We might get frustrated, we might start to question, and we might even lose hope. But it's during those moments when we have a chance to really get to know ourselves on a deeper level. We learn about our strengths, about our weaknesses, and about the things that truly matter to us. And it's this journey of self-discovery that is so valuable and important on our path. It's like when you're preparing for a big event, you wouldn't just throw everything together at the last minute, right? You would plan, you would prepare, you would fine-tune every detail, so that when the time comes, you are ready to shine. And divine timing works in the same way. It's preparing you for everything that is about to come to you, so you can fully receive it with an open heart. It's also about recognizing that you are part of something bigger than yourself. You are part of a divine plan, and your journey is unique and special. And when you embrace that truth, you can release the need to control everything, and you can surrender to the divine orchestration that is always unfolding in your life. It's a wonderful feeling when you realize that you don't have to do it alone, that there is a divine power guiding you, supporting you, and loving you every single step of the way. You are always loved, you are always supported, and you are never alone. And when you carry that knowing in your heart, you become truly unstoppable. You'll then begin to see each waiting period as an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for preparation. It's not about being held back. It's about being perfectly shaped into the person you are destined to be. It's like when a sculptor is working on a piece of art. They don't just create the masterpiece in one single day. They take their time, they use their tools with precision, and they gently shape the material until it reveals the beauty that was always hidden within. And God is doing the same with you. He is gently shaping you into the masterpiece that you are destined to be. Now, I know that this can be easier said than done, but the more you practice surrendering to divine timing, the easier it will become. It's about releasing the need to control the when and how, and focusing on being present, grateful, and open to everything that is unfolding in your life. And when you do, you will be amazed at the miracles that begin to manifest.